I am in Old Salem, a Moravian community in Winston-Salem. There's the Old Salem Tavern. Look at these granite steps right here. Wow, look at that door. This is a museum. And look at that old barn. This is Main Street, I guess. Yeah, Main Street. Before there was a Winston, there was a Salem. Tavern woodshed. Look at these lanterns. Sort of. They have light bulbs in them now. Okay, here is the tavern right here. The other one is the museum. It's a nice late fall day. And look, cobblestones. There is a bit of a breeze. The Bloom House. Now, these houses are available for touring inside only on Saturdays, I believe. I believe that's the way it is. It's nice to walk around and pretty much have the whole place to yourself. And look, there's some Christmas decorations right here. And what might this be right here? Oh, it's a private residence. Okay. Man, look at the style of this house right here. And across the road, look at this one. Handmade brick, 3 stories. Look how tall the chimney is. The John Vogler House. Well, let's get out and take a picture here. And look at this one right here. This is a merchandise store. Oh, it's Muddy Creek Cafe. All right, here are the restrooms. Right down here. This is Muddy Creek Cafe. This is where the buses drop people off at. And there's a rentals building in the background. And these are the restrooms, public restrooms. Wow, look at this. Is that a bike rack? Let's see if the restrooms are open. Oop, not open on Sundays. Okay, let's continue. I'll walk into her. Oh, look at this. It's a log building. Muddy Creek Cafe. And this is a parking lot for the tea shops. Look at those curl shake shingles. I think they've aged a bit by the sun. Now, here's the outdoor picnic area. Let's go down and take a look. Huh? And look at the huge bricks for pavement. This would be the town well. Look how they done this. Oh, somebody lost their hat. Oh yeah, it does work. There's water. Okay. Let's see if I can get it going. Yeah, look. That's great. So it is a functioning well. That's always good to know. All right. Now, this right here might be part of Salem College. I don't know. Main Hall Academic Building, Salem College. Erected 1855. 250 years this coming year. Wow. South Hall, original building of the boarding school. And look at this porch right here. Wow, look at that cupola. And then that little balcony right there. And that is very nice. And here's the administrative building. these bricks are. And these are genuine wooden shutters. Storm shutters. Salem Academy and College, Office of the President. This says, the sign says the inspector's house. Let's see what he's inspecting here. One o'clock. The inspector's house was built in 1810 as a permanent residence for the head of the boarding school, later known as Salem Academy. October 3rd, 1810, the inspector, Abraham Steiner, purchased an enslaved girl named Betsy to work in the laundry in boarding school. Quite the impressive building. There's another impressive cupola. This is all part of the church. Rather large. Home Moravian Church. Since 1771. Who are the Moravians? Trace their spiritual ancestry to Jan Hus, a Czech priest martyred in 1415. They are known for distinctive worship traditions, including the love feast. The origins of this worship service, which emphasizes Christian community, are found in the Agape feast described in the book of Acts. Look at this iron balcony. Handmade. And in the far background, wow, look at these. Have you heard about wintertime? Wintertime is coming. You see that wood stacked up out there? Wow, look at this magnolia tree. And this is the original street level. It has been lowered. Oh, lordy, lordy. Moravian Church offices. That's what this building is. Looks like an old school building. I like the window frames. Verling barn, reconstructed. Let's take a look at the reconstruction. And here's another neat old building right here beside it. But let's look at the barn. Wow. Now look at this granite house right here, right next door. More wood in the woodshed. Winter's coming on. It looks like a birdhouse up there where the winch mount would be. Wow, look at this house. This is quite impressive. And here's the cemetery out here. Wow, look at this. On wings. All right, this is the building. And look at this gate. I mean, fence. Wow, it's pretty impressive. Wrought iron, I suppose it would be called. Cedarhurst, 1895. The Moravian Church offices. Very impressive. There's the date, 1893, that says. Some stained glass up there. And here's a little Victorian house there next to the cemetery. This is the walkway down to it. I like this drive-through arch. And we have a fountain here. And look, a little pump right in the middle there, or a symbol of one. And here's another nice cupola. And look at this building. That's probably, I'd say, some kind of barn. Maybe a horse barn. Lovely architecture. Screen porch. Okay, I don't know if I'm nosing around in somebody's backyard or not, but I'm going down this walk. I think it connects to the cemetery. It's nice and quiet in here. You never know that you're almost downtown in Winston-Salem. Wow, and look at this little back porch area of this house, the Victorian house. The smell of boxwood is a pungent smell. And look, these are ball cypress trees. Nice. Except for the climbing ivy. That stuff is high maintenance. Look at the name on this cottage here. On the wings of like a dove. Wow, that's really lovely in here. Quiet, peaceful. I'm going to go down to the street. It's a great walking area. This is Main Street, Old Salem. Look, they've still got some pumpkins on the steps. And they're not shriveled up. And it's the famous teapot. The plank road comes to Salem between 1854 and 1862. The economic communication needs of Salem were met by the Fayetteville and Western Plank Road, stretching 129 miles from Fayetteville, the head of navigation on the Cape Fear River, to the Moravian village of Bethania. The toll road provided a faster, more efficient method of transportation for goods, people, and news in the Piedmont. What had once been a 3-day trip for a horse and rider could be completed in 18 hours. But the plank road was a bit rough. They're getting ready to pave the street. That's a nice house. Look at all those rocking chairs and swings on both ends of the porch. And look at the architectural style. I think that's called Federalist. Nice. Okay, we have some huge structure down here. Wow, look at this. Now this is old European style building. The fifth house, 1768. And wow, what might this be over here? I don't know. Post and beam filled with brick and a squirrel having a snack. Yes, that's very Christmassy there. The fourth house, oldest house in Salem, 1767. Not open to the public. Wow. And I'm curious as to what this building is across the street to my left. I'll show you in a second. What is this and what was this? I'm guessing it might have been a hotel at one time, but it's probably in apartments now. That would be my guess. Bellow is the name of it. Ah, look, they got a basement here. Both houses. It's the apothecary. Also a private residence. Wow, and look at the end here, these balconies. Yeah, it's pretty impressive there. Look at that. Almost looks like a frat house, doesn't it? I don't think it's that, though. It would be a sorority house for Salem College, but it's not that. I'm just making that up. Quiet. That's what I like about it. Quiet. You don't really hear any traffic noise. Wow. Look how they all have these stoops with steps on both sides. The Levering House, 1820. A Butner. It's a quaint little house. Look at this. That is really nice. So is this one. Substantial. The baker. Wow. And what is this? G. Scroter. Is this the pants maker? Alterations. There's Salem College. And wow, look at here's another log facility. And look, they have these little houses that are separate from the main orchard footpath to family gardens on Salt Street. Look at these little entrance covers. Another nice view of the cupolas. Krispy Kreme donut shop, found at Vernon Rudolph, July 13th, 1937. Was this the location of it right here? Look at this impressive building. Log and post and beam and brick. Obviously German. Interesting style. Single Brothers Workshop. Reconstruction of it. And the single brothers would be the unmarried men. Is that what it is? I think so. Look at the wall there. The top of it is wood. Got to pump that back. I suppose this is probably a private house here. Look at the lanterns. Look, they all seem to have basements. And this sums up the Christmas season. The Market Fire Engine Department. Salem Historical District. Look at this little cabinet right here for equipment, I suppose. And a rack with hooks. Hang the hoses, maybe. Look at the gardens out there. And look, this is oak. That'll last a long time. The gardens, Old Salem. Oh, it's a bookstore. Moravian Book and Gift Shop. The Christmas putz is a Germanic tradition the Moravians brought with them when they came to America. The German verb putzen means to clean or decorate. Eventually, people began to add other small buildings, trees, animals, and people. Evergreens and moss adorned the scenes, as the cuttings were not only beautiful to look at, but representative of everlasting life. As the 19th century progressed, occupancies and homes became elaborate affairs, not only with the nativity, but also secular buildings. And look at this bench. More little benches. And this right here is the merchant building.